Hello everyone, welcome back to another video lecture. In this video we are going to do a problem on shear force and bending moment. Let's see the question first. Problem number 1. So we'll write the problem here. A simply supported beam of length 6 meters carries point load of 3 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton. That means 2 point loads are acting on a simply supported beam at distance of 2 meters and 4 meters. From the left. End. Draw shear force and bending moment. Let me write in shortcut, that is BMD. Draw shear force and bending moment diagram for the beam. Okay, I will repeat the question. A simply supported beam of length 6 meters carrying point load of 3 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton at distance of 2 meters and 4 meters from the left end. Draw shear force and bending moment diagram. The total length of the beam is 6 meters. Let's say this is A, P. The total length is 6 meters. So point load of 3 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton at distance of 2 meters and 4 meters from the left end. Okay, from the left end we have to draw at distance of 2 meters. So that means it will be 2 meters and 4 meters. From the left, that is 4 meters. So what is the load here? 3 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton. So for this beam we have to draw shear force and bending moment diagram. We know the simply supported beam is supported by hinge on one side and roller on other side. That means roller on other side. At point A it is hinged support. That means there will be a horizontal reaction as well as vertical reaction, right? So this point having a vertical reaction as well as a horizontal reaction. The roller support on the other hand, it is free to move in horizontal direction, so it doesn't have any horizontal reaction. It is only have one reaction, that is vertical reaction. So let's say one reaction here we have two reactions, right, because it is hinged, and this one is roller, right. So now we'll see the question. First we need to find out the support reactions. So let's see support reactions. The first step is to find out support reactions. So I will write calculate support reactions. Support reactions. So let us assume that sigma summation of V equals to 0, that will be RA. So we will draw the diagram here once. So here is a load, here is another load, and the distance of the load is 2 meters. The distance of the second load will be 4 meters, and the total distance is 6 meters. Right, it's clear now. So we know the sign conventions. So there will be a reaction here, vertical reactions. Summation of vertical reaction equals to 0. Now we can write RA, the reaction at A and reaction at B. RA plus RB minus 3 kilonewton and 6 kilonewton. So this one is 6 kilonewton, 3 kilonewton. So RA positive because upward direction and RB positive. So I am taking all the vertical forces. So summation of V equals to 0, RA plus RB minus, because it is downward direction, 3 kilonewton minus 6 kilonewton equals to 0, right. Next, RA plus RB equals to 3 plus 6. From this we can get RA plus RB equals to 9 kilonewton. Let's say this is equation 1. Now to find out any one reaction, we'll consider moment at A or B. So taking moment about A. So how to calculate moment? So the load into perpendicular distance, right. So now we can write summation of moment at A equals to 0, right. So now I can write, I am taking moment at A. So you have to come from the right to left. So what is there in the right? That is RB into perpendicular distance. What is the perpendicular distance till RA? Because we are taking moment at A. So the total distance is 6. That is load into the reaction into perpendicular distance 6. Then we have minus, right, because it is downward direction. So RB into 6 minus 6 into 4. 4 is a 4 meter perpendicular distance. 6 into 4. Again minus 3 into 2 equals to 0. From this we can find out RB. So RB, 6 RB equals to 24 plus 6, right. So that will be 30 divided by 6. So we got it, RB equals to, it is 5 kilonewton. So let's say equation 2. So we got equation from equation 2 we got RB, put this value in equation 1. So we will get RA. So let us write here in this equation RB equals to 5 kilonewton. Substitute this value in equation 1. So that will be RA plus 5 kilonewton equals to 9 kilonewton, right? No need to write the newtons. Yeah. So RA plus 5 into 9. So we get RA equals to 9 minus 5, that will be 4. So we got RA plus RA value, that is 4, and RB is 5. Got it? So for next, the second step, we'll find out the shear force. Second step, we are going to find out the shear force denoted by capital F. So we know that shear force at A will be the actual reaction, that is FA equals to 4 kilonewton, right? So right here FA equals to RA, right? So next we'll find out the shear force at C. This is our beam. Let's say A, B, there is a reaction here, let's say C and D. Okay. So now the length will be 2 meters, 4 meters, and the total length will be 6 meters, right? Now FC equals to 4 minus 3. Shear force at C equals to FC equals to 4 minus 3 kilonewton. So that is 4 at RA, we know that 4 minus 3 kilonewton. We got FC equals to 1 kilonewton, right? So next we'll find out shear force at D. Okay, so D, that is 4 minus 3 minus 6, right? So we are taking at D, that means here, so it is minus because it is in downward direction. Reaction at A is in upward direction, so positive, minus, negative and negative, right? That gives rise to minus 5 kilonewton. So shear force at D is minus 5. Highlight it. Now we'll find out shear force at B. Shear force at B. Okay, so here we need to find out the shear force. So that will be 4 minus 3 minus 6, and we have the positive value, that is 5, right? That will be 1 minus 1. For shear force at B will be 0. Now we'll find out the third step is bending moment. step number 3 is to find out bending moment. Bending moment, that is M. So we'll find out bending moment at A. MA equals to RB multiplied by 6, that is the load into perpendicular distance. So RB, we know that RA equals to RB this is RA. We know that the total distance is 6 meters and another support here, and this will be 2 meters and 4 meters. Okay, clear? So now the load into perpendicular distance, that is RB into 6 minus, because it is downward direction, minus 6 kilonewton and 3 kilonewton, right? So again minus 6 into 4 minus 3 into 2, right? So right here, so MA equals to 5 into 6 minus, because RB value is 5, so 5 multiplied by 6 minus 6 into 4 minus 3 into 2. Clear? So now from this we can write as 30 minus 24 minus 6 and 30 minus 30, that is MA is 0. That means there is no movement at support A, right? Now we'll find out bending moment at C. So MC equals to RB, so here is C and this is D. So I am taking the bending moment at this point. So we have to come all the way from right to left from here. So RB into 4. So this is a important step. I am not taking 6 here. Instead of that I am taking 4, because we are taking the moment at C. That means you have to minus this 2 meters. So RB multiplied by perpendicular distance, that is 4 meters. From here to here it is 4, right? So RB into 4 minus 6 into the distance of this is 2 meters. 2 plus 2 plus 2, it's 6. That means at C, the distance of 6 kilonewton, that is D point, will be 6 into 2 meters. So from this we can know that RB equal to 5 into 4 minus 12. So we got the value, that is 20 minus 12, that is MC equals to 8 kilonewton meter, right? So we got the value of moment at C. Now we'll find out moment at D. Bending moment at D. So here, so we are coming from this direction, so the first value will be RB multiplied by, so what is the distance of this? This is 2 meters. So RB, so moment at D equals to RB multiplied by 2 then we have no other reaction in between that. So Rb equals to 2, that is 5 multiplied by 2, that is 10 kilonewton meter. So moment at D will be 10 kilonewton meter. So now we got moment at A, moment at C and moment at D. So what is left? So moment at B. Okay, we'll do it here. So bending moment at B. So here, so now bending moment B equals to all the way from here to here, that is RA multiplied by the perpendicular distance till RB is 6, then we have minus 3 kilonewton multiplied by perpendicular distance, that is 4 into 4, again we have minus 6 into 2, right? It is almost reverse for moment at A, right? We got moment at B equals to 0, right? Now we can draw shear force and bending moment with the obtained values, right? First we'll draw the given beam, that is support at A, support at B, okay, and there will be a support point load acting 3 kilonewton and another one is 6 kilonewton, and the total length is 6 meters from the left, and the length from point, that is A, to the load 6 kilonewton is 4 meters and 2 meters. Clear? Now extend this line. Okay, please ignore if the lines are little bit away from the straight line. Let's just get the concept. First draw the baseline for shear force and draw the baseline for bending moment after completion of shear force. So first we got the shear value at A. Let's give the names first, B, C and D. Clear? So this is the point C and D. Now we got the value 4 kilonewton. So that is in positive. So raise this till certain height to show 4 kilonewton. Clear? Now there is no change till point C. So I will extend this till C. Now there is a change. At point C the shear force is 3 kilonewton. So I will come back to 3 kilonewton. Let's say it's 4 and it is 3 and this is 1 and this is 0. This is a baseline, right? Then 3 kilonewton continue till point D. So I will continue this line till point D. Okay, if you extend the line it should intersect. So till point D. So for your knowledge, I will give clarity. So this is 3 kilonewton and this is 1 kilonewton. Okay, clear? Now it is going into negative, then first it will come to 0 and it will go into negative, that is up to 5 kilonewton, because the value of shear force at B is minus 5. So that extends till B, that is 5 kilonewton. So this is minus. So this is the shear force and bending moment till we completed shear force. Now we are going to draw bending moment. This is positive and this is negative and this is also positive. Above the baseline it is positive, below the baseline it is negative. Now we'll give this heading, that is shear force. Now we'll draw the bending moment. So first draw the baseline. We got the value bending moment at A is 0, right? Then it is 8 kilonewton at C. So I will extend till here 8 kilonewton. Then again it is increased to 10 kilonewton at D. The moment at D we got 10 kilonewton. Okay, if you want, just rewind the video and see the value of moment at D. We got 10 kilonewton. So let's say this is 8, so it will extend 2 more points here. So now from here it is 0 at moment at B. So just join this line back to 0, right? So I can write here, so this is 8 kilonewton and this is 10 kilonewton. Okay, let's give the names A, C, D and B. A, C, D and B. So this is your bending moment diagram. Looks interesting, right? Okay, so don't forget to do more problems on shear force and bending moment when point load is applied. You can change the load. It is 10 marks question, 10 marks in your external paper at JNTU. External question paper, it is asked many times for 5 marks, for 7 marks, for 10 marks, right? They will give point load or they can increase the number of point loads. Okay, only we need to find another point, that is A, B, C, D and E point. That's it. The E variation will be come in the shear force and bending moment. So this is all about shear force bending moment when on a simply supported, when point load is applied. So in the next video we'll see if the point load is acting eccentric and what is the bending moment and shear force diagram when the load is acting eccentric on a simply supported beam. Till then, take care, be safe.